Today is the day that we finally get the motor back where it belongs. Are you excited that your car actually has a motor 3 years later?
I'll be real excited when it runs.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video working on Kayla's Genesis. And I got some help here, and you guys know him pretty well from being in these videos. We have Coda, the master mechanic. Can't be doing this without him. He's been here since day one of when we first took this motor out. We got a couple more things to button up on this motor, and then we'll finally be able to get it up on the hoist and dropped in. I picked up a nicer torque wrench, so that way we can get everything torqued down correctly with a more accurate torque wrench. Someone's gonna watch this video and be like, you really torqued those down with that kind of torque wrench. Pittsburgh, baby. Oh, dude, I thought it just fucking broke.
No, it's fine. Oh, okay, it beeps.
All right, we got the motor up on the hoist. We gotta put the clutch in. We're gonna be using the old one. We finally have everything that needs to be assembled done. We got the clutch and the flywheel attached. We made room in here so that way everything should be out of our way. Do you ever hate when you see videos like this of people working by themselves on cars, and they should have the boys over and helping them so that way they're not in the engine bay by themselves? Okay, well, there's this new trend where it's like they're like this, acting like they're in front of a green screen. There's like some shit going on. This is why we call Coda the master mechanic. He got that all mated up.
Do a trick on it.
Dude, I will do a lot of tricks for you. Kayla. Oh, look at, she's hangry. Are you excited that your car actually has a motor 3 years later?
I'll be real excited when it runs.
We're really close to finally getting this thing moving on its own. It's pretty late now. We have the motor fully bolted up. Obviously, we still have a lot to do. We got to get a lot of the accessories put on and reroute the wiring harness and kind of just start buttoning up all this. It is a new day of working on Kayla's Genesis. The next thing to tackle on this is getting all the accessories bolted on, starting to rerun the wiring harness as it is literally just in a ball back here. So my goal with this wiring harness is I'm gonna try and route it the best I can to keep the most wires hidden. So I forget, honestly, how I did this. I'm super thankful that I labeled everything when we were taking this apart. So since I'm not 100% like knowledgeable about this motor as much as some other people, I know exactly where all these plugs go. Super thankful that I remembered all those because this is going to make that a lot easier. I'm just gonna make myself comfortable up in here. Oh, so much easier to get to these back bolts. Guys, I wasn't recording, but boy, was I about to crash out. I was putting back on the valve cover and I figured I didn't record all that. And on the very last bolt, I snapped it. I don't know how I snapped this bolt, but then almost every other bolt has a little bend to it. I don't know how well you guys can see this on camera. And I was so close to having this whole thing done and start working on the vacuum lines. Luckily for us, we have a spare valve cover off the original motor that has all the bolts. I just have to clean up every single bolt again like I did for this to get that back installed. And just like that, finally, I got the valve cover installed, got the spark plugs, coil packs, got the rest of the wiring harness ran. Now we can finally continue and move on. I want to get these cleaned up before I put them back in the car. We're making some really good progress on this, but I'm not gonna lie. I gotta watch some of the old videos from where we took this motor out to see where some of these vacuum lines actually went. So after installing these vacuum lines, you guys can just see like the kind of lines this dude used. He used like whatever he could get. And I'm not a fan of this once I put this in the engine bay. But I ended up going to my local AutoZone and buying vacuum lines. That way I can make my own and make it a lot prettier than how he has it. While I have this car pretty much stripped down, one more thing I want to do is swap this front core support. I never realized how bad this core support was until I was kind of looking at where I was going to mount stuff, and I noticed the crease there, the buckle there, and just how bad it really was bent on the bottom. It almost looks like they clipped something. And so I thought, well, I'm already here and I have a perfectly good parts car sitting right here. Might as well be a pretty good time to just swap all this stuff over to Kayla's car. Luckily for us, this one's already all pretty much unbolted. So all I have to do left is disconnect a couple things in a wiring harness and we can get this swapped over and finally start mounting up all the front core supports, things like the radiator, fans, stuff like that. And if you guys have been around from the beginning of the build, if you guys can see how this is mounted, it was the same way for everything else on this front core support. So I want to get everything properly mounted. And in with the new. I'm probably going to swap over the wiring harness from the other core support to this core support. At least the majority of it. Yeah, we won't be eating this garbage. Yeah, we don't plan on using these. Guys, we have a little bit of a problem. So I started putting everything back on the core support, getting the radiator mocked up with everything, and then I started swapping over some small little brackets. And I was like, man, why is this power steering line over the subframe on this car, but not over it on the parts car? Yeah, somehow this line got put over, but it's all hard line. So I really don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna try and disconnect it from the steering rack and fish this thing out. And hopefully, I don't have to do anything crazy to get that back underneath. So after a lot of fighting, we got the power steering line back under the subframe. It is no longer in the way of everything. We ended up having to drop the steering rack and it made it so much easier, but now that that's out of the way, we can continue moving on. I'm trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes, but there's just way more to do than I originally thought. We got a lot of progress done on this thing so far. There's just a lot of little tiny things that I need to do. In the next video, we're gonna continue where we left off here. We are closing in on the first start of this thing. Let me know what you guys think about these videos working on Kayla's car. There's just a lot of small stuff going on in these videos that's like hard to show you with keeping it entertaining. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm actually doing off camera. But I'm trying to be as transparent as possible with everything I'm doing to this thing. That way, a lot of you guys I know also have Genesis Coupes and are working on them, and maybe I can help some of you guys. But if you guys are new to my channel, I try to show every step of the way and kind of do more vlog style where I'm just kind of bringing you guys along with me while I work on these cars. But we got a lot done on this video, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That way you guys can stay up to date on this build because we're closing in on getting this thing running. Make sure you guys stay stancy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.